Welcome back here with Amira. This is Psychic Readings Live. How is everyone? I did pop on yesterday, so I've done it. My pre-orders have been done yesterday. So if anyone wants to do a super chat, you can do that directly. And right now, super chats are open. Yep, so you can do that. And I might do a collective read as well. We've got time for that. I'll just wait for some of you to come on in. All right. Okay. I've got a couple of small announcements. So I've got the candle, the snake candle left, and also 3 of the abundance candles, which are really nice. Happy Sunday, Venusian. Happy Sunday. Yes, I've got 3 of the abundance candles left, and also the snake candle, all are 15 USD. And you can do that through my website, amiracelon.com. Hi, on the donation link if you're looking for it. How are you, Venusian? What's going on? What's been happening? What's been going on? Thank you, thank you. Let's have a look and see where the astrology is today. What's going on today with the astrology? Where are the planets? What's going on? Okay, let me do a wheel. Have a quick look. Okay, we've got the Mars in Sag still, Mercury in Sag. So some of the planets are moving into Sag from Scorpio, and we've got the Sun in Scorpio still, 24 degrees, Venus in Scorpio, and Jupiter in Cancer. The Moon is in Libra. Do you have a good weekend, Venusian? Out and about sounds good, yeah. It's probably a bit of a social element with this Moon in Libra going on. Yeah, it's good to see the Moon in Libra. So Moon in Libra is always fun. It's always fun to go out. Moon in Libra, Moon in Leo, Moon in Sagittarius. Yes, we have the Grand Water Trine coming. Maybe we could do what to expect for the chosen ones. Chosen ones. What to expect for the Grand Water Trine. What to expect for the chosen ones for the Grand Water Trine. It's coming up. Oh, a dental convention. That's nice. Excellent. What to expect for the Grand Water Trine, for the collective chosen ones. How is everyone? Hi. For the chosen ones. Okay. There's a sense of protection, slowness, taking things easy, taking things in your stride, going nice and slow and protected. That's nice. Okay, what to expect? News and messages. Who is the news and messages from? They could be from somebody who's been very slow to get back to you or to contact you. They might have left you out in the cold, or they've kind of like been dissing you. That's what I'm getting. Romantic sweetness and flowers. Okay, so you're going to get some romance. Romance is coming with the Grand Water Trine. with the flowers and the messages. You might be getting romantic messages as well. Sense of security and stability, like things are feeling a bit more grounded. Maybe it's because it's been a bit of an up and down year with lots of things going on. Feeling more grounded and stable. Grand water trine. Okay, jealousy and gossip. Let's see what that's about. Okay, you might hear about something through neighbours gossiping. It could be in and around the home, neighbours, neighbourhoods. Something coming into the home or around the home, or somebody might be jealous of the home that you're in or that you're going to. What else to expect for the grand water trine? Strength and resources. Okay, so it looks like it's quite good with the anchor and the bear, because they're both very stable types of energies. So it could be just a very easy, looks to me like it's just a very easy kind of time. Hopefully it'll pan out like that. Sometimes when they do predictions about some nice trines, sometimes it kind of flips on us in one way or the other. Got the inheritance male. Somebody with money, somebody who's got an inheritance, or you are receiving an inheritance or looking at an inheritance around that time. Could bring in something prosperous. And from unusual, in an unconventional way. So prosperity coming in an unconventional way. So that makes sense. Yeah. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Okay. Thanks for the Cash App, Venusian. What was your super chat question? Delvin, Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon, Aries Rising. I have been talking to him for about 3 weeks. He took me out twice this weekend. What's the energy on him? Okay. Delvin. The energy on Delvin. Capricorn's always like showing you a good time. That's a good thing. Let's have a look for Delvin. Let's have a look for Delvin. And you want more than just being arm candy for somebody. You want them to really add value to your life in some way. Let's check out this guy. Virgo Moon. He might like to help, very down to earth. Knows what he wants as well. I feel like he knows what he wants. Okay, communication. Excellent. Well, he might be good at communicating, a good communicator. Brunette female, is that you? Underneath we've got the money card. There could be an intense feeling with this guy. You've got intense connection maybe with him in some way. Very focused. Could be a twin flame connection as well. Is there a younger female around him? Hi, Cassandra. Is there a younger female around him, or is that a daughter, or is it your daughter? You do have options and choices here. There's something about this guy that has a certain amount of potential. Does it have the legs to go the distance? You've got a new, maybe that's blocking him from something. How old is the daughter? You've got a new love coming in though. True love connection. I feel like he's got potential, but why are we getting limited potential? Yeah, why are we getting limited potential? She's 4. She's younger than your daughter. Does he have custody? It's like his resources could be going out towards the daughter. I feel like he's a good candidate, but you've also got somebody else coming in. I feel it's a new love. Could be a mature man, somebody who's very business orientated, is really noticing you for your beauty, your talents, etc. Putting you on a pedestal. He just started his business. That's limited potential. Okay. That's what that is then. Yeah, there could be a crowded relationship, but it's not necessarily another woman. It could be the just his other obligations. So it could be his daughter, his ex, you know, child support, things like that. Could be the limited potential. You kind of want somebody who's already done everything, you know. Kind of want somebody who doesn't have kids at home, that's already done everything. Yeah. Hi everyone. Hi, hi. I've just got an announcement. I've got a package delivery. Oh dear. I might have to go down and get that in the intermission. Okay. Hi Mystique, how are you? Hi Eric Kushkola. Hi, hi. Where are you located, Eric? Nice to see you. Hi everyone. What's the good things coming towards Mystique? Yeah, I think this Devon guy, I think he can be, you know, a good boyfriend, but I'm not sure about husband material. If you're looking for a husband, he may not be husband material right now, you know. What's the good things coming to Misty? I think I might have to go downstairs and get my package, but I'm going to keep rolling. Yep. Okay, romantic times coming up. Some romance there, Misty, coming up for you. You are maybe burning the candle at both ends. You're doing a lot of stuff, so I don't know if that's to do with the new property, the your wishes are coming true here though. So the effort that you're putting in, is really going to pay off. Yeah, you're going to get your wishes coming true, and all of that is going to pay off. Yeah, so if you're going through some sort of stress, which is probably more physical than anything else, I think that is, it's going to pay off. I feel like everything you're doing is paying off for the best. Hi, Cicely, how are you? I've got to just go downstairs and get my package. Keep going, everybody. I'll be back soon. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. You tell them to put the package at the door and they put it in the box. Okay. Okay, Cicely, how are you, my dear? Don't make sense. Cicely, 10. Thank you for the 10. What can I expect about my life currently? You feel like everything is stuck around you. You just want to travel somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it's not normal for you to be stuck. Could be a lull. I feel like there's a bit of a lull at the moment with momentum. Just in general, I think it's going to pick up probably towards the end of the month or something, around the holidays. It's sort of a pre-holiday type of limbo land that we're in. Limbo land. Yeah. Let's have a look, Cicely, what's going on? Okay, well, the trip, you are looking at going somewhere. You might go back to Mexico for a while. Yeah, there could be a Mexico vibe. I'm getting Mexico vibe around it. You might go on a winter trip to Mexico at some point. Sun's shining, or somewhere sunny. Somewhere nice and sunny and warm. I don't know if you're thinking about going towards family for Christmas or something like that. But you're putting things on the back burner. There's something being delayed. That's my delay card. If it's not a heartbreak, it's a delay. So I feel like it's more like a delay. Could be delaying with property, with family, with something to do with partnership and relationship. You do have a nice offer coming in though. Somebody might take you on a trip. Could be an offer there coming up. Could be something to do with mountains as well. Might be a different sort of vacation than what you would normally take. Something different. There looks to me like there's a potential partner, you're kind of in this space of this person showing up, but they're not quite there yet. Yeah. The lull before the storm, I feel. I'm getting a P initial, like a Peter, Patrick, Piper, first, second, or last name. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. All right. Next we have Carusta. Hi, Carusta. Thanks for the 15. 15. Hi. What do you see coming my way for the next 6 months? Anything in love? Thank you, and sending you lots of love. Oh, thank you so much. Eric says, Eric Sukala, like you really like the deck. Thank you. They are available on Amazon. Whereabouts are you located? Okay, Carusta. 6 months. 6 months love. Anything new coming in for 6 months? In the 6 month realm. I'm also getting a G initial. I'm getting a G initial for you. So a G or a J sounding initial, like a Gary, Glenn, Gregory, first, second, or last name. Carusta. Let's have a look for you. What's going on? Finding the sun, I'm picking up for you as well. Something with finding the sun. Some of you might get a message through somebody else's reading as we're all interconnected. Okay, we've got passion here, neighbors, and past life, and twin flame. Okay, home. Could be somebody around the neighborhood where you're living. I don't think you're moving, are you? Or you've already moved? Okay. Past love may try to come back, but that could require quite a lot of work to be focused on. Could also be a past job trying to get you back. You just moved to the beach. Oh, that's great. So it could be in your new neighborhood. Looks to me like it's somebody in and around your new neighborhood, but you want to check them out to see if they've got a brunette female around them. Yeah, brunette female, which is not you, I don't think. Yeah, you want to see, this person could pop up, so you might want to do like, I feel like there's dating here, there's passion, there's destiny, there's meeting people by chance, and also through your work. Your work could be quite important right now, or whatever it is that you're working on. You might find that somebody from the past is too much hard work. You put them on the back burner, and I think you're going to get a lot of surprises. People popping up, surprises, gifts. What's the surprises about? Okay. All sorts of people popping up. Because we've got the fair male. So if this person shows up, he may be just wanting an open relationship. He might have a brunette female around him. So that could be a forewarned type of message. Like you can just avoid that one. There will be dating. Okay, so what do we have after the fair male? Later on, 6 months. Okay, you might go somewhere where there's dancing, celebrating, dancing, celebrating something, dining, romance, going out and about, somewhere that you've been before maybe. Young male, somebody who's sporty, youthful, looking for his age, might like cars, sports. Crystal, what do you got there? Okay, I'm picking up animals around this person. They might be a nature lover or like animals, like I'm picking up wildlife. And we've got the dark male. So there is another man here, dark hair, dark eyes, not necessarily dark skin. But the fair male, I feel like he's the player. He's the player. Yep. And he's up to no good. He's got a young female around him as well. Yeah, so you want to skip that one and just go to the next one. That's it. Yep, you're going to see one and you're going to do a background check and you're going to skip it and go to the next one. You can see a lot in the background checks. You know, are they legally divorced? Do they have any sort of bankruptcy or anything like that in their history? You know what I mean? What properties do they own? What their address is, like their legal address is. What address are they using? And who's actually living at that address? Yeah, because sometimes it's their mother's house, sometimes it's, you know, you don't know who it is. Their ex's house, the baby mama. Oh, hi Cassandra, thank you for that. Wow, is this new love interest that you keep picking up on? Who is the new love interest that I keep picking up on in the pink candle? Who is the new love interest? I feel like love is in the air. It definitely feels like that today. Tonight, I feel like it's love in the air for a lot of you. Maybe it's a holiday romance that you're looking at starting, something new. Let's have a look, Cassandra, what's going on? Who is this person? I'm getting a C. C for Charlie. Carlos, Charlie. I'm also getting Alejandro is coming in. Alexandra is coming in. Twin flame. Home. You might be interested in property or work in the housing industry. So whether it's renovations or buying and selling homes or flipping homes or something like that, that's an indication of this person. He's very, I feel, invested in properties. So he's working in and around that industry. He could be somebody who does some sort of trade, like plumbing or electrician or something like that, that needs to go into people's homes. Fun times ahead. Meeting somebody at a party or an event. Fun times ahead. Courting man about town. You find him quite well dressed is what I'm picking up. He either wants children or he has children. And career focused. Twin flame. You're going to feel like he's a twin flame, like it was just meant to be that you meet him. I feel like you're going to meet this guy through an unexpected thing that you were going to, you know, you didn't see coming, that you'll end up going to. An out of the blue type of thing. I'm not picking up anything else about him specifically right now. But we got two names or two initials, so that can be two different people as well. Sometimes if I pick up more than one initial, it means we've got two different people running around here. Or it could be the same person. So you're going to have to sift and sort that one. Thanks, Cassandra. Alejandro came in very, very clearly though, so that name. So just keep an eye out for that name. Or something strong, starting with A, like Alessandro, Alejandro, Alex, that type of thing. Okay, Mystique, is there anything being blocked, hidden from me? Anyone? Is there anything being blocked, hidden from you? Good question. Hi, Ladybug, how are you? Is there anything being blocked, hidden from you? Welcome, Cassandra. 888, welcome. I'm tired of these open option guys. Yeah, exactly, Misty, exactly. But a man who really wants you, they're going to let you know. You know, there's not going to be any dilly-dallying around. Is there anything being blocked, hidden from you? Is there anything being blocked, hidden from you? Hi, Pisces Moon. Anything being blocked, hidden from you? Misty, what's being blocked, hidden? Somebody might be getting married and they're, or a Taurus. Well, the Taurus might be still looking at you. Yeah, the Taurus might be still looking at you. Something hidden. You're tapping into your talents and also looking at your responsibilities. What is the offer about? Knight of Cups. You will be receiving more offers as you go forward. I feel like not just of a personal nature, but also business-wise as well. Like the one that you received from the comedy club. Let me just pull one more card for that offer. I don't think anything much is being blocked, to be honest. Yeah, or hidden, but I feel like the Taurus is looking at you. You're definitely finishing up a cycle here. You could have somebody international make you an offer, or somebody from a foreign background. It could be a female getting married as well. It could be your son. It could be somebody. Nieces or nephews. Yeah, it could be your son or nieces or nephews. Someone's getting married. It could be like a quick marriage. Yeah, quick marriage. What's the offer about? I feel like you're going to get a business offer. There could also be an Aries that pops in as well. Aries, Taurus, Capricorn. But I'm feeling more Aries or Capricorn. All right. Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything to be concerned about right now. I think you're on the right track. Ah, the Air Force lives in Arizona. Okay. What's coming towards you in love? Someone loyal, wealthy. You're looking for new. Okay. New love. New love for you with a love oracle. Amira's love oracle cards. I've got a couple of candles left as well. Snake and abundance candle. I've got a couple of those left. What's coming towards you in love? Of somebody who is a good match. And worthy of your investment time and energy. Who's coming forward in love for Misty, who is worth the squeeze? Okay, there you go, Misty, that's you, brunette female. Twin flame, okay, underneath we've got the dark male. Children, true gem, travel. You might like traveling, he could be international. Look, if the Sagittarius hasn't come to the party already, I would just forget about him. Yep. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He wants his cake and to eat it too. He knows what he's doing. He's got the triangle there. There's always going to be triangles with him. There's definitely somebody else around him. So we didn't really want that, did we, Misty? So we need to kind of release these old guys. Because you want something new. Your daughter might line you up with somebody as well. She might find someone for you by default. Could be somebody that she works her business with, etc. Got an international vibe going on with the long distance card. Could be somebody international. You've got the Ice King, entrepreneurial, money, yes, blonde female. Oh, not again. Okay. Well, he could be having an open relationship with a blonde female right now. I think you go as blonde or brunette, don't you? Because you dye your hair a different colour. Yeah, you're waiting for the true love potential coming in. And I still feel it's somebody in the neighbourhood, somebody close to the new neighbourhood. Someone close. I also feel like your daughter might notice them first. Whether it's to do with her business or to do with where she's living. Have you 100% moved in yet, or you're still moving? Lots of people are weird to you in that. Sometimes you've got to get used to something different. Yeah, you're out of your comfort zone. What sort of weird are they? Oh, you're still moving. Okay. Yeah, it's taken a week. Yeah, because you've got to get the bed organised and all of that. Hi, Pisces Moon. Hi, MJ, Ladybug. You're going on vacation? Excellent. Where are you going? Anywhere fun? How's it going to be my job now that I'm going on vacation? Hi, Pisces Moon. We'll be coming down to you in a bit. Okay, Ladybug. You are still very much kept, noticed for your talents. And I don't think this is going to be an issue. I don't think it's going to be an issue. You're going to stay home, okay? I don't think it's going to be an issue. And I also feel like you could meet somebody at your workplace. A new person, dark hair, dark eyes. A new person coming in at your workplace. Anything else for Ladybug? Yeah, career, business advancement, success. I don't think there's going to be a problem. Letting go of control, taking back your power. I don't think there's going to be a problem at the work. When you go back, you're going to feel refreshed, looking at the world through childlike eyes, feeling refreshed, feeling like you need to have a break to reset things. Yeah, you need to have a break to reset things. Spiritual growth, alignment, staying in your power, and also maybe starting or doing more meditation or yoga or something like that. You're kind of focusing on yourself. I think that's a good thing to do right now. Thank you for that, Ladybug. Welcome, welcome. Now let's have a look at Pisces Moon. What do I need to know? Hi, Michi. How are you, my dear? I was trying to find your friend on TikTok. Your friend's profile. You might have to send me his link of his channel. Yeah. What do I need to know, Pisces Moon? What do you need to know? I'm seeing a bridge. So I feel like you might be traveling a lot over bridges. So there's quite a few bridges in New York. So you might be doing quite a bit of movement across the bridge and back again. What do you need to know? It also means that there can be a bridge helping you out, like a bridge of things coming together. You might actually get some sort of study, undergo some sort of study or part-time job if you are able to work. You're coming up with some sort of idea about what you want to study, or a new profession or a different profession. You're also taking back your control of what you can master and what you can't. And you might just be feel drawn to certain things, people, places and things, and you might get deja vu flashbacks. You could also have a past love resurface with you, or you might be going somewhere with your mother. I don't know if you're going down to her home country. You're kind of keeping your options open, looking around for new opportunities, and the karma is here. So, but I feel like it's more like new opportunities coming through the door. So you're keeping an eye out for opportunities. You've got bridges, like in my vision of bridges, you've got something's kind of coming together with the bridge. I feel like the bridge is there to sort of connect you with something else. You might go with your mum somewhere. If you're going on a trip, you might, I think you're going to Honduras or something like that. Is it Honduras or somewhere else? Dating, whining and dining romance. Yeah, you might be dating somebody in one of the other boroughs in New York. So they could be traveling across a bridge, whether it's a Brooklyn Bridge or something like that. You might be traveling across. Yeah, you could be dating somebody, I feel, that might live in a different borough. That's what I'm picking up. All right. Hi, in Holland. How are you? Where are you from? Do we shout out where you're from? How is everyone? Hi, MJ, Ladybug. How is Marilyn going to do taking my position for 2 weekends? I feel like she'll get through. But you're not replaceable. But I feel like she'll get through. How is Marilyn going to take your job for 2 weekends. She might not like your job that much, is what I'm picking up on, even though she's making out like she might want to get it. She might not actually like it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she has the stomach for what you do. I don't know what it is. It could be working with the dentist that you're working with or something else, but I feel like she doesn't have the stomach for it, or she's not really that committed to it, or she doesn't think it's worth the money. But I feel like she'll get through. Yeah, you feel like they're kind of leaving you out in the cold, like they're not telling you everything. But I wouldn't worry about it, because I feel like it's just like a conspiracy. I feel like, not a conspiracy as such, but I feel like it's kind of like they're pretending, you know, they're doing something, but they're not really talking. They pretend that they're talking about something, but they're not really, there's really nothing for them to talk about, but they're making a big deal out of nothing. Like they're pretending they've got some sort of racket going, but they don't. Yeah, it's like whispers in the hallway, but it's just stupid stuff they're talking about. It's not even anything to worry about, but they're making out as if they're hiding some sort of big secret. But it's not really anything to worry about at all. Yeah, it's kind of like office politics drama, you know. Water cooler talk. Water cooler. Yeah. Water cooler talk, as they say in America. Anyone for a super chat, please get your super chat in. I'm going to open my my thing that arrived in the mail. I actually have a new swimming costume for my lap swim. It's from Speedo. Oh, it's a nice colour too. That's it. It's a full piece. It's a full piece with a nice back on it. It's called a retro style swimsuit. Yep, it's kind of like an 80s style. I love that colour. It's one of my favourite colours, the aquamarine or the hot pink. But that's a nice pull colour, that one. Thanks, Venetian. Anyone else for a super? Yeah, very nice colour. I like that colour, yeah. What do we got? I did go live yesterday, so some people have already been read. Yep. I wonder if Tammy's around. Tammy usually likes Sunday nights. Do a shout out if you knew where you're from. Like on arrival would be appreciated. There is a collective at the beginning, what to expect in the Grand Water Trine. Yeah, that's okay, Venetian. I had a feeling you were out. You normally like to go out on a Saturday night. Yeah, there was just an element of getting a couple of pre-orders done that felt like they needed to be done yesterday than today. Yeah, so I had to do that. Oh, you'd like a charm. Okay, Misty. Misty wants a charm. Misty wants a charm. similar to what you got yesterday, these, except the extra one here, we've got something, you might study something as well, or be thinking about studying something. There's also aviation links here again, so I feel like there could be something coming up at the airport with flights, transporting air crew, that type of thing. More money coming in. You're getting more prosperity here with this tree of life. Yeah, that's looking really good. You've got Florida here too. I often see the flamingo as Florida. And the tree of life. There's transformation. Yeah, there's more money here with the tree of life. There's like a money bag as well. And a feather or a leaf. Love energy. Yeah, that somebody might invite you on a trip. Could be the Gemini. He might want to go to, or hopefully it's somebody new, you know, like, what is it with all these guys? They just don't go anywhere and do anything. That's why I like you in this new environment, because you can open up your energy to meeting different and new people, even though they might not be your normal types. I've got Jyoti, I've got YA and JA, which is like yes. B, O, D, and Y. You might be doing something with your body, fitness, joining some sort of aquatic class or something. T, T-O-Y, Tony, toy, Cody, C, I've got a C-O and a D and a Y. I've got an AU, Austria, Australia. You might meet somebody from Australia over there. Austria as well. Austin, somebody from Austin. Kentucky, I don't know, I'm just getting that as a channeled. Kentucky. Connecticut, New Jersey. New York. North Carolina is also coming through for me. And something like the New Arms. You might go to a pub. That's usually like a name of a pub. New Arms, like an English or kind of Irish, British sort of sound style pub. The New Arms. They have all different, they have names that are similar to that. The exes have been reaching out. One has a new number. You didn't know who it was. And told me it. So he drove by and told me it was him. Okay. Well, you could meet some different people there for sure. That might want to do some travel, you might go on a vacation, yeah, over the holidays or something. Yeah, you're tired of these guys juggling several women. Well, it's time to eradicate them. You know, they're only doing it because they can get away with it. When they stop getting away with it, then you've learnt the lesson and you've moved on, you know, is usually the case. Yeah. Toronto could also come up. Somebody Canadian maybe. Could be Canadian link. Yeah, that's why you need to do the investigation. The background check, the investigation. You find out sooner or later what's going on. There used to be a very good back of. Hi, Lorraine. That was me. I accidentally skimmed the thing around. I accidentally bumped the live and it flipped to a different page. Yeah, but it's back now. That was me. Yeah, it's not the connection. That was me. The best way is to do a background check. Do you remember that site, Venusian? I think you have. I think we talked about it at some point. I mean, the things that you find out are really quite extraordinary. That's all I can say. I'll tell you a story if you like. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the better ones in America. I think one of my girlfriends in Seattle put me onto it. Yeah. Cheap, not cheap. Yeah, background checks. Like if you're dating people, you can background check their phone number and stuff. I was dating this. Well, I was in touch with this doctor. I can't say I really dated him. We went out for a couple of snacks here and there, lunches. But I found out that he'd been, he was no longer working at this particular hospital because I think he lost his license for some sort of suing situation. I also found out that he'd been bankrupt, that the address that he was using was his mother's as his permanent address. He had no fixed address. He was no longer a doctor, even though he claimed he was a doctor. There were some things true that checked out. He'd gotten divorced and his wife got the property that and she might have still been there or they sold it, I can't remember. But he had a habit of going down to Santa Barbara. You used Truth Finder. Yeah, it could have been Truth Finder. Yeah, he had a habit of going down to Santa Barbara and I think he was trying to fish for somebody very wealthy who lived down there. So, and he had no fixed address. So he was basically a homeless, unemployed doctor that claimed he was a doctor, a retired doctor. Yeah. So you have to kind of, yeah, when you get the background thing, the good thing about the States is that you can look at stuff on there and join the dots. You know, you can join the dots, you can look up addresses, you can check out properties, etc. It'll show you what properties they've owned and sold or lost or foreclosed on. Yeah, a lot of things. I think it was Truth Finder, yeah. And that way you don't even have to step out of the house and get dressed up to go anywhere. You can just see if the background check is worth you going out. You know, it can save you a lot of time. You don't want to be wasting time and energy. It's the worst thing to do. It might have been White Pages that you used. Yeah, I think it was Truth Finder that was there was one that was really ahead of the rest. That's true, Venusian. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to waste time going out or getting dressed or putting your makeup on and your nice outfit on and driving somewhere and getting childcare and all of that sort of thing. And if a man's been married before, it usually means that he will marry again. And a lot of people in America get married like 2, 3, 4 times. You ran one on your ex and you were astonished what you found. Yeah, exactly. People will never tell you. You'll never find out ever. That they'll probably take it to the grave. They'll never talk about it. Oh, the candle relit. I think it wanted to give us those, the puppy face and the pet's faces. One thing, why did the candle relit? And it's like that, you know, eternal flame type of energy. I feel like very, very strong and very passionate energy in that candle. And that was kind of like spirit wanting to jump out at you and say hi, you know. Say, hi, we're looking after you, don't give up. You know, the flame's still going. Hi, Lorraine. Well, 12-month reading on money and job and home. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's have a look at Lorraine. Money, job and home. Oh, you're also going to go through your Saturn return, but we worked out that it was in harmony with your ascendant. So it's trine your ascendant. Even though it's going to go into Aries, it's going to be a different sign. It's still going to be a wide trine to your ascendant. So your Saturn return might be something that kind of comes and goes without you having too much drama. But the first Saturn return at 29 years old is usually the age of maturity. It's a very good age to get married. It's usually a time where you have a marriage or you have a child in that Saturn return. The Saturn return goes for 2.5 years, approximately, because it goes backwards and forwards, and until it's done. So it'll be in Aries, and that's where you've got the Saturn return is in Aries. Yeah. You've got 0 degrees Aries, so anywhere where Saturn is up to 4 degrees before or after, you'll be feeling it. So I think you've started to feel it now. Like some things just get swept out from underneath you for a reason, and it's about maturity. It's the first step of growing up, and it's the it's usually a major change. Like people have major changes in their 29th year. Exactly, your birthday's next month. Yeah, major changes in their 29th year. They either get married, divorced, have a baby, have a change of career, change of residency. You know, a lot of things can happen in a Saturn return. It's like some people, it'll be time for them to level up with their career in some capacity. Yeah. And be doing what you want to do. It can kind of be like, okay, well, the rubber meets the road, where the hard work that you've put in is going to pay off. You might get engaged. You went through health. Yeah, and if it's in a personal area, it can be quite hellish. Mine's in the 10th house, so it's about career. And November, we're in November. So for me, it was about, oh, don't be scared, Lorraine. No, don't be scared. Yours is going to be in trine with your ascendant, so it's actually okay. Yeah, my first Saturn return was about my career, and it was like I was always thinking about my career. It was very much on my mind about what I wanted to do, what I wanted, you know, what I could do. So, but that's more external, so it's not as personal. But it was a bit frustrating because it's like, okay, well, what do I really want to do, you know? Or you're trying to change your career and push your career in a certain direction and it's not going it that well. You've got it around your home. So It is in 4 degrees from your Saturn at the moment. It's 25 degrees Pisces right now. It's going backwards though. So it's not going to hit until your birthday, after your birthday. Yeah, it's not going to hit as much. It's in your 4th house of the home. But it could have been an upheaval that happened due to the incident that happened in your home with your roommate. I mean, that could have been it. That could have been the worst case scenario, because Saturn did pop into Aries there for a minute, didn't it? And then it went backwards. Well, it was very close. Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune's spinning around. I do feel like you'll be probably back where you were with the career and the money in December for sure. Yeah, that letter will be done. If it's just coming down to that letter, if that's the only thing that needs to be done to get your old job back, then that's pretty easy. It's not the end of the world. They'll do your letter for you. And that her job tricked her, yeah, and you have to go back and face these people. But don't get into any altercations with them, with the boss. And if you're working for organizations, it's better not to argue with anybody, because they will always have the power, you know, and if they disagree with certain things that you like, you know, you think are better, you can't change organizations. That's why I say it's always a good idea to consider working for yourself, because you can do the work how you want to do it and how you see is the best way to do it. Whereas some people in authority positions don't want you to do your stuff. They just want you to do it exactly how they want it done. Yeah, so you're going to come across that, and because you're a Sagittarius, you're going to have ideas about how things should be done. You might be quite vocal about it, but they're not going to like that. So it's better not to say anything, just to get, yeah, you learnt your lesson, yeah. And it's not your fault, you know, it's, unfortunately, it's these society indoctrinations, you know, entrenching you in certain stuff. Because otherwise it can, you know, go into litigation and it can go on and on. I mean, Venusian has had her experience with previous bosses and having unfair treatment from bosses and stuff like that too. I mean, it's awful working for other people. It's not very good. I mean, I would say 5% out of 100 would be a good place to work. If that. Yeah, if that, with a good culture and everything. Moving forward with something, taking off in a new direction, you're feeling like there's momentum in January. February, you've got career advancement. Yeah, it really is, and you'd never go back. Yeah, so maybe look at doing freelancing, Lorraine, and get that, get the traction going. It's terrible and you wish you had your own business. Exactly, Cassandra says the same thing. I mean, it's awful working for other people. I had a bitch of a manager I was working for in 1998 to 2000. And when I left, she was crying. And I said, this is not personal, it's business. I just couldn't work for her anymore. She was awful. They make promises they don't deliver. It's just to string you along and to keep you stuck. Yep. Career moving forward in February, balancing things out in March. That's looking good. You're looking at new options and ideas in April. May, you've got good money coming in as well, more money. And June, there's going to be a judgment and epiphany. Epiphany and a judgment coming up with what you want to do and where you want to go. So I feel like by June, you might have reassessed the whole situation that's happened and feel like, okay, this is what I want to do now. And you're going to take off in a new direction, I feel, in summer. So June, July, and August, very victoriously. September's also looking like you're working for yourself, by yourself, or being independent, or in a role that gives you independence. Like there's some jobs that you can get that give you independence, like, you know, if the merchandising job was a good one and the people were good, you could just go about your day merchandising and just not even think about them at all. You know, Venusian specifically. What is this 10 of Swords? Let's do a clarifier for that one. Okay. You might end up doing travel nursing or something. Do you have your full nurse practitioner thing? Or you're still studying, or what's going on? Because you can graduate in your Saturn return too. You might be studying to get your RN or something. You could do travel nursing. It's very popular. Yeah. So, you know, once you know what you want to do, I feel like you're going to be off and running, Lorraine, in a totally new direction. Your supervisor talk to you in any kind of way. Okay. Does that mean derogatory and nasty, or, you know, disrespectful? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you graduated in June. Congratulations. So this could be, so you've got your RN. This could be you looking at other avenues to go in. Because going back to the other location is just maybe, you know, just getting through the next phase. You have a business degree. Okay. So you're working in a business role or a nursing role? Well, you might reinvent something, Lorraine, and it's going to come about quite nicely. Most of the culture's horrid, yeah, Venusian, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You could be nice and footloose and fancy-free doing your merchandising if it wasn't for the culture of the company. Is just revolting. I don't know why these companies stay like that, you know, especially in today's age. You know, I don't know why they've stayed like that. They haven't transformed over time. Yeah, sometimes you can have a good setup. I think contracting is good, freelancing is good, you know, seasonal work is good, or having your own business. And since you've got a business degree, a CNA, is that nursing assistant? What is CNA? You might end up doing an RN. You might go for your RN. I mean, I think if you're going to be a nurse, you may as well go for a certified nursing assistant. Okay. You might end up going for a different type of, if you like nursing, you might end up going for something bigger, especially if you've got the business degree. And then you might work in a hospital and get a really good job in the business side of the hospital or something like that. Yeah, you could get a really good job. You might end up getting a double degree, Lorraine. Yeah, you might decide that that's what the best way is to go, you know, if that's what you feel. Oh, you don't like the medical field, you just want to eat healthy. But you're in the medical field though, nursing assistant. So while you're in that, I think you know, you're going to restructure whatever it is that you're doing. You might turn things around. It's very strange if you've got a business degree. There's not other jobs out there, but I suppose degrees are not really worth much anymore unless they're very specific to a task, like registered nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant. You know, a lot of these degrees are not really Oh, you're trying to attract a husband by eating healthy. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. My sister is an LPN, and my oldest son's godmum is an RN. What's an LPN? Licensed practitioner nurse? You never used either. Yes. Sometimes, you know, they're not lost though, and they can come into a good play if you have your own business. Your intentions, who align with your, what aligns with your purpose, yeah. It makes sense why you're having issues finding your career, says Venusian. Yeah, Michi wants to become an LPN in Seattle. I think you will, Michi. I think it's just a matter of time. But you can get a good hourly rate freelancing and working for private people, like 35 an hour or something. Is that what they're paying to work for private people, wealthy private people? Oh, you have to do RN. Okay. Yeah. And that's, you know, RNs are probably the ones that do the needles, don't they? They can put the needles in. $30 an hour, says Michi. Yeah, you can negotiate the money, especially if you're in New York. It might be more expensive there, but this could be more competition as well. You've got to choose the husband wisely, Lorraine, but you will do that because you've got Scorpio rising. You've got a lot of planets in Scorpio. So you'll choose the right husband at the right time. But you've got to position yourself where the best husbands might be, that you're going to meet them, and they're usually not online. Pharmacy technician is nice, yeah. My immediate family, mum, were all medical field. Yeah, pharmacy technician can be good. Minimum wage in Seattle is 20. Yeah, well, 30 is good. 35 would be better. 30 is good. But, you know, if it's an easy job and you're sitting and just playing games with, you know, sometimes these people just want company, don't they? You play chess and board games and things like that. You'd add 10 to that for private care. Okay. Yeah. Good idea. You don't have to wait to do the business. You can start getting the business set up. Yeah, I wouldn't wait for anything because that's something that you can control. You can't control when you're going to meet a husband. Not every man you're going to meet is husband material. And unless you've got multiple proposals that come to you very easily, it's probably best to focus on something that you can control, which is like a business. Oh, making IVs. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, that would be pretty good, cool, I think. Pretty cool, Misty. But you're not working in that area. You're working in the school bus system. You know, you're not working in the pharmaceutical area for whatever reason. See, this is what I mean. People study stuff and they end up doing something completely different. So like Venusian said, you really have to tap into what your higher purpose is and what you're going to feel satisfied doing, and then just go for that one. You know, otherwise it can go around and around and around and in circles. Yep. And you can get stuck in jobs as well, like you can get stuck in cities, in countries, in apartments or houses. You can also get very stuck in jobs, especially if you don't like change and you don't have the courage to, you know, push things forward. Ah, they were very strict, but now they're not. You don't have kids at home, Misty. I wonder if you would be able to do it now. It's been a while since you studied. Yeah. Now they're all older. I could probably get back into that field. Yeah, you could if you wanted to. Yeah, definitely. It's probably be nice if it's a nice if it's a nice hospital. You know, they've also got their cultures as well. Some hospitals are more efficient and chilled, and others are a bit more hectic and you know, stressful. Okay, everyone, lots of love and blessings to you all. Any last calls? And I will wish you all a good evening, morning, rest of the world, wherever you happen to be. Oh, we've got, I missed Misty. Oh, thank you for the super chat. 12-month reading. Let's have a look at a 12-month reading. Okay. Thanks, Michi. Have a good week as well. 12-month reading. Yes, send me that friend of yours link for his TikTok thing so I can see it if you're coming on there. Okay. $12 months. Once for Misty. Yeah, if anything does come up that's not looking amazing, then you can just avoid that when it happens. You can do another choice. You've got an offer coming in, Misty. You've got offers. What's the new moon in? It's going to be in Sagittarius. Okay, Misty, let's have a look. November. Okay. Yep. You're definitely looking further afield, opening up your horizons, looking like things are getting sorted out. We're going to have to clarify that Three of Swords. I often see that as a delay in December. What is that delay about, or that situation about? More money coming in the first 3 months of 2026. Full steam ahead, looking like there could be a move around April. You might end up moving. I think the cards yesterday said something different. You would have moved by the second half of the year. You've got a nice house card here in September. What is the Three of Swords about? Okay. You're having some sort of an epiphany or awakening. Yeah, something coming up, epiphany and an awakening in December. Could be about your family, could be about a relationship, could be about your past relationships as well. You're having an epiphany about those. So that's coming up, so that's looking positive. Seven of Cups, you've got more options coming in. You're sifting and sorting through the options and the choices, and maybe different men in January, I feel. And also options with abundance, money, success, and prosperity. So you're going to get a lot more offers. Not all of them are going to be what you want, and you're going to pick and choose with what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. You're going to go for the Empress energy, which is the prosperity, abundant energy there as well. You're moving forward. That could be another stressful time with this move. Could be another move in April. So you might move into a different apartment with your daughter in April. That might come up. Nine of Cups, definitely showing up as getting what you want in June. So that's looking fantastic. Wishes coming true. So whatever you're putting out there, implementing and activating, that's coming in. Got new career vibes here in July moving forward, looking really, really good. You're very clear-minded about it. You know exactly what you want to do. You might be working also from home, or having something in and around the home, or having a new relationship here. That is looking really, really good in September. Settling into a new relationship in September, or maybe moving in with a partner. You might be married or engaged or something. Yeah, celebrations. So you might have an engagement that comes up here in September, or a marriage in September. So you're not going to waste your time anymore, Misty. I feel like you're going to just go for men who want to get married. And if they don't want to get married, you're going to check that out pretty soon. Sooner than later. Off the bat, you know. You're right. You're writing. Lorene's writing. Okay. New moon messages for Michi. Hi, Michi. Moon Scorpio. Aren't we? So it must be at the very end of the Scorpio season. Yeah. Well, you're going to see if you want to get married to them. You've got to. If you're going to pick a husband, you've got to make sure you pick the right one. Their beliefs and husband-minded men don't match. Yeah. You have to look at the action. Absolutely. New moon messages for Michi. Okay. Let's have a look for Michi. New moon message. What's coming up for Michi? Okay. They want me to do 6 cards. Okay, you've got your wish card as well, wishes coming true. Manifestation. Abundance. Celebration. 2. Making a decision. You might be making a decision about this person of yours, person of interest, I would say, who is a Virgo energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, he may not have, you know, as much, he's still building, you know, he may not have as much money as you'd like him to have. Yeah, he's still building, but I feel like he's a good connection. And he would help you with your business. Yeah, he'd help you with your business. Whatever it is that you decide to do, he'll help create a business for you in some capacity, I feel. What do we need to know about the Two of Swords? And the Queen of Swords. Okay, you're making a big decision, but I wonder who the Three of Cups is. Is there a third party around to be acknowledged? That could be a mother energy, Queen of Swords, Queen of Rods. That's you. And some delay. Well, you know, I feel like the trip is going to be good, but, you know, I wouldn't take it all too seriously, to be honest, not at this stage. because there's distance there. It's a long distance relationship, which often isn't ideal. Long, you know, short or long term. Yeah. He might make you an offer though. I've got an offer coming in. He's going to make you an offer. So see what his offer is. Yeah. See what his offer is. Could be a child as well, but you don't want to have a child without being married, so you're going to make sure that's that. That's okay, Misty, no problem. Hi, Amira. Hi, Elaine. How are you? What was the lady down the street thinking when I called her out on being nosy? Oh, my God. What was she thinking, the lady down the street? Chasing. Really? That can happen. Yeah, that can happen for sure. He is very interested in you. Yes, he is. But you have to see if you're interested in him. Or how do you, you know, once you meet him, how do you see him fitting into your life or offering you a life of something? What was the lady down the street thinking about? You know, you might want to stay in Seattle. You might not want to be moving anywhere. What was the lady down the street thinking? Elaine. Elaine. What was the lady down the road thinking? She's looking for money. Yep. She's curious about money. She thinks you've got a lot of money. And I think she was admiring you from a distance. She thinks you're up to something. Like whatever it is that you're doing that she wants a part of. That's why she was being nosy. So I don't think she's thinking anything else, but that's what she was thinking. I don't, you know, people don't get offended anymore, so I wouldn't really worry about offending anybody. A lot of people don't get offended. I don't like the groupies, it's annoying, yeah? Exactly. You need to be the center of attention because you've got your moon in Leo, but he also has his moon in Leo too. They want to be the center of attention. Okay. It's about money, Elaine. She thinks you're wealthy and she likes the way you dress or something like that, or the way you present, and she wants to get a slice of it. Slice of something that you've got. She likes your beauty or something. Yeah, she's wanting to get a slice of whatever action she thinks that you're into. You're annoyed, not insecure. Exactly. Yeah. Well, it can be annoying, but it's not your problem, is it? Hi, Lorraine. Can I please have a 12-month reading on O? Do you think we will have a long relationship and a family? He says he wants that, but he said he wants to save money for, you know, you're not in a position to be waiting for a few years to have a family. You want somebody who's established, and if that means going older, then that's what it is. You want someone established, ready to have a baby now. I mean, you've got 6 years left to have legitimately, you know, your first child in a fairly easy way. Hopefully it'll happen. Yeah, I don't know why she thinks you've got money, Elaine. It could be a car, the way you dress, the way you hold yourself. A lot of people who have money don't present money. So it can be the way that you walk, the way that you hold yourself, the way that you move, etc. Yeah, you don't want to wait a few years to have a child just because a guy's timing isn't up to that. Because what they'll do is get their money and then they'll just go and marry somebody at that time instead of the holding pattern, you know. They'll find somebody at the time they're ready to get married. You want somebody who's ready now. If you're looking for a husband, you want someone who's ready now. Yeah, I think she's just nosy. Yeah, Michi's got her priorities in order. Let's have a look, Lorraine, what's going on with O. Let's just do a general and just see with the Love Oracle with this O. What's going on? Okay, well, you want to have kids now. You're feeling like you're ready to have kids now. You've got a new love coming in January, so I would say go out and start meeting people, mixing and mingling. You're going to get your look, you know, and your presentation on point the way you want it to be by February. You might have a couple of different men to look at in March. You can date other people and still have a connection with this guy. You know, I don't think that's going to be a problem for you. You know, he might be just wanting a fling and telling you what you want to hear. You don't want men putting you on hold. You've got a clock ticking here. The fair male wants an open relationship. So that could be him. He could have other women around him as well. Yeah, so I wouldn't put my eggs into that basket. He's not ready to get married now or have children now, and that's really what you want. You're coming into your 29th year. It's a perfect year to get married and or to get engaged with the future of getting married and having kids. Yeah, there's a new man coming in, new love. There's a new man coming in. You might juggle couple of different guys for a while, but I feel like one of them just wants an open relationship. He's not really ready to commit, and it's got nothing to do with you. It's about timing and about them. You've got some sort of past karma that you want to release, that you feel is keeping you stuck with certain types of men. Whoever it is going to have a career and be very generous. They've got gifts. So let's have a look when this man is coming in. The husband material, when is he coming in? Is it December, January, February? It's looking like February. So make sure you're positioning yourself in the right places to meet a husband. And if you don't know where that is, just ask ChatGPT in New York City where that is, how to meet husband material. It's not easy dating in New York, I believe. It's pretty tricky. Yeah. But you can see what you want to do. If you want to focus on your career, stay there or move somewhere else. A lot of men do not want a wife here, especially if they're in their 20s or early 30s. They probably don't. They're still trying to get themselves settled, achieving what they, you know, it's not easy being you know, a provider if you don't have money, you know. So that's what men are trying to do, to get their success in order first. And when they decide they want a family, that's when they start looking for a wife. You know, there's some guys out there. Oh, you want to go to another country, okay. We'll have a look and see which place would be best for you. And do some research about working there and stuff. There's a lot of international people in New York City as well, but a lot of them are just looking for a green card. Yeah, you've got to be careful. All right, my dears, lots of love and blessings moving forward. I'll see you on the next live. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you might be. I don't think I've missed anyone, have I? Okay, everyone, ciao for now. Take care.